How many of you have been training mindfulness? Have been doing some sort of work around mindfulness? How many? Look at that. That's rare. That's really good. Okay, so let's begin with just unpacking where it came from, what it is, how to train it. Let's just start from the beginning. Now, mindfulness, some of you might call it meditation. By design, we don't use that word. We pay particular attention to the words that we use. And so we're going to use the word mindfulness because it's something that you can train. Now, mindfulness has been around 2,500 years. That's a long time. So what is mindfulness? It's a very clear process that is not as simple to do as it might sound. Now, who's doing mindfulness right now if we want to pay attention? There's great athletes and performers that have been doing it and talking about it recently. Kobe Bryant talked about it for a long time. Phil Jackson, one of the great NBA coaches. Michael Jordan talks about it. George Lucas talks about it, one of the great filmmakers. LeBron James, Kerri Walsh Jennings, one of the greatest volleyball players on beach to ever play. Derek Jeter. Now these are all very famous athletes that have been using mindfulness for a long time. Samurai warriors, if we go way back, they were first attracted to the Zen traditions because they knew that their job was rugged, it was dangerous, it was hostile. And they were attracted to a way to be able to train their mind, to have better focus, to have better clarity. And what they found is that through their training process, that they were learning a lot about who they were, who they are, and as well as how their mind works. So we've got modern day athletes that have been talking about it and performers in a variety of different domains, as well as samurai warriors who, if you think about how dangerous their environment was, if they hesitated or made a mistake in the amphitheater of war, it was not good for them. So then we take a look at modern day warriors, and there's incredible research right now from modern day warriors about what happens to those warriors, our special operators, across the globe that are paying attention to how to train their mind through mindfulness. What happens to their brain, what happens to their performance abilities, and we're finding incredible results there as well. Okay, so the natural state of your mind is like a drunk monkey. It's sloppy, it's curious, it's all over the place, it's easily distracted. That's the natural state of our mind. So mindfulness training is first and foremost a focus training. To be here now, to be fully present over and over and over again. So mindfulness training is really about starting over 1,000 times. Because if the natural state of your mind is a drunk monkey and it's all over the place, a disciplined mind is one that brings it back to here and now. And a disciplined mind is rare. That is a very rare thing. It takes training, incredible training. Now, once you train your mind to be here in the present moment over and over and over again, you'll be able to string together moment 1 and moment 2 and moment 3. And when you string together enough moments, what ends up taking place is you'll reveal a glimpse of your potential. That's what will take place for you. You'll get looks at it and reveal what that might be for you. So stringing together moments is an incredibly challenging, difficult thing to do. We need to show you how to do it. We need to show you how to train it. Now there's 2 pillars of mindfulness. And the first pillar is awareness. And we're working to become aware of 4 things. And the first is awareness of your thoughts, awareness of your emotions, awareness of your body sensations, and then the 4th is awareness of the unfolding environment around you. So that's the first pillar of mindfulness. The second pillar is insight and wisdom. Now I'm going to bridge a couple ideas together. The first pillar is focus, so you can be here now over and over and over and over again, and then you'll get glimpses of your potential, and what you'll end up doing over time is reveal the insight and wisdom that you have within you. You can't buy wisdom. You can't read about it. You have to reveal it to really understand what that is. And that doesn't happen overnight. It just takes time. And you have to put in the work to really live in that way where you've experienced and touched wisdom from within. I wish that there was something we could just give folks to say, here you go, but it just doesn't work that way. And the real challenge is to focus your mind over and over and over again on the present moment. It's really hard to do. I've been training and practicing mindfulness for over 20 years. I have to work to get 2 breaths together. Just 2 full breaths together is incredibly challenging to do. People often think that the goal of mindfulness is to have no thoughts. That's not what it is. As soon as your mind wanders and you bring it back, that's when you've done 1 rep. That's when you've done the work. Awareness and being able to bring your mind back. Okay. Now, there's 2 pillars, and then there's 2 types of mindfulness. The first type is called single point focus. And that's where you focus on one thing over and over and over again. It could be a breath, your breath. It could be a sound. It could be a dot on the wall. It could be anything that you want. But you're relentlessly, uncommonly so, focusing on just that one thing over and over again. That's 1 point. That's called single point mindfulness training. The other is called contemplative mindfulness. And in contemplative mindfulness, what you're doing is you're just paying attention to your thoughts without judgment. That's it. Okay? So we've got 2 types, or 2 pillars, and then we've got 2 types. And now I want to leave you with a very particular way that we define mindfulness. It's a particular way of focusing in the present moment without judgment. Okay? So that's what we've adopted as a definition. A particular, why is it particular? Why would we use that word? Or why is that word used in the definition, is a better way to say it? Is because the way you engage in the present moment is completely unique to you. That's it. I can't begin to understand what that's like. It's your unique and particular experience in the present moment. And then that part about without judgment, it's the judgment and the critique and that self-analytical thing that we do to ourselves that pulls us from being fully present. So it's a particular way of focusing the present moment without judgment. Okay, so we're going to do the work together. We're going to show you exactly how to do it. We want to do the work with you, okay? This is an accelerant for performance and a fantastic way for you to compete to become the very best version of yourself.